So,
So you
good evening.
start the. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good evening,
Uh,
ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And what's about you?
Yes, I'm pretty good.
Okay, ma'am. So we are meeting first time. So can I know something about you?
Yes, my name is Shivani and I'm connecting with you from Uttarakhand. I'm a housewife, and if I'm talking about my academic qualification, so I completed my graduation in Bachelor of Arts, and after that I completed one diploma in software engineering, and I also completed one certification course, that is Ayurvedic acupressure. And
Okay,
nowadays, yeah, I'm just improving my communication skills, English skills, these two things.
that's great, ma'am. So why do you think like you should improve your skill? Why should you think like you should improve your English power?
English power.
Yeah, I thought that why English is important, as you have said that I want to improve myself. I want to speak English. So why do you think like English is important?
Okay. Yeah, it's very important because wherever you go nowadays, so all the things comes in English, and if you speak well, so it's okay. But if you don't speak well, so it's an embarrassing moment. So if you don't face this moment, so you have to learn this language. It's very good.
Okay, ma'am. So do you think like in the rural areas we can say the example? So if they will not feel embarrassing, they are not able to find some jobs also. So do you think that in rural areas it is also important to speak English?
Yeah, obviously. Means not mandatory. It's on you of the person, if he or she wants, so it's okay. It's not a big issue, and if you learn something, so someday and one day it's very useful to you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, that's great. So, do you think like I thought like that in the rural area, some of the people don't want to learn English. They thought like that I should speak in the native language only, and I should not learn the English because this is not our language. So that's why we will learn the English language. So some of the people in the rural areas they think like that. So what's your suggestion to you?
Means everyone is their own priority. Okay, because me and you are improving our English, and there are so many people. So just because we face some issue in our life, that's why we are focused on this point. But in rural area, they are not facing this issue. Their life is just going on whatever they want. Okay, so whatever which language they speak, they don't face any issue. So it's okay. If you don't know, so it's not like you just to learn this, it's a very mandatory. Yeah, but if you go outside, then it's mandatory somehow.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, your opinion is that if we want to go outside, then English is important. So, do you think like for only going to outside it is important or for the other reason?
Yeah, means if you going outside, means if you go in a city, then it's important, because if you go in city everywhere, so there is something is written in English, and if you don't know, if you don't understand, so how can you read this? So you help for someone. Okay, you want help for some other people. Please, I don't understand, please can you read this for me?
Yeah, yeah.
So so you don't face this issue. But if you live in your life and you don't have any issue, so it's okay.
Yes, ma'am, that's great. And English is important nowadays because if we also want to go to the other countries or if we want to also communicate to each other, then English is very important. Because if we want to communicate to the other countries like foreigners, so we are not knowing the others' native language, others' country native language, and they are also not knowing our native language. So that's why
Yeah.
for education purpose we should learn the English language. And I thought like
Mhm.
it's not very hard subject, it is not very hard language to learn. I thought it is very easy comparison to native language. I thought in myself that it is very easy to Hindi language. And for or for speaking English only there should be regular practice. If they will speak regularly, then he or she can easily speak English. And for taking jobs also, there it is very important. And
Hmm.
if they are taking jobs, the jobs, yeah, it is very important for taking jobs. And because there is all the given, all the things are given in the English. And if we want to take an example of an IAS officer, they are not said to be that if they have learned the science or maths, then it is said to be IAS officer. It is not mandatory, because if you are knowing the English language, if you are knowing the good knowledge of English, then it is said to be become an IAS officer. Because only for math and science they can't be become an IAS officer. They should be needed also English language. So that's why I thought like English is very important to us, and it is going to very important, and it is very easy language to learn.
Hmm. You find it's easy? Yeah, that's good because yeah, it's very good.
Okay, ma'am. So, what's your journey about English language? How did you learn it?
How did I learn it? Yeah, it's very good. And I make a to-do list whatever I do in my whole day. So just for listening part, reading part, writing part, and grammar part. But it's a very small section of me grammar, not a big section. Yeah, I will not give grammar my most of the time, just for means 20 to 25 minutes. Sometime it's 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. And but I more focus on listening and reading and writing.
Yeah, ma'am. That's great. And do you think like grammar is very important to us for a speaking purpose?
Mm, you know the basic of grammar, because if you know the basic rules of grammar, so whenever you speak, so maybe you did some mistake, so you know the basic grammar.
Yeah, ma'am. That's great. So, ma'am, do you have any question to me?
Yes, obviously. What's your journey of English and what's your opinion to how to learn or how to improve this language? Because you said it's very easy as compared to our native language. So why do you say that? Means what's the easy as
Okay.
compared to our native language? Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in my opinion, I want to say that it is very easy language, because it need only practice. If we want to practice for any language, like if we want to learn any other language, so it need a practice first. Because if we will practice more and more, we can speak more and more. So that's why I should suggest to those person who want to speak confidently, so they should speak. They should practice more and more. And I want to suggest in myself that if they want to practice, so they have to learn, that they have to see or they have to watch the stories, they have to watch the cartoon movies in English. After that they have to listen the first, because if we will listen carefully, and after that they have to write in the copies whatever things have listened. And after writing the copies
Right.
by their own self, after writing the copies in by their own self, they have to speak. They have to speak in front of camera or mirror. Because if they will speak by their own self, the hesitation will also remove, and they can speak with confidence also, and they can speak regularly, then it can be also spoken all over the world. And I can say suggest to those person, and I have also do like this, so that's why I am suggesting to those person when you want to learn English. And my journey was that when I was in class 6 or 7, that I was not knowing what is English also, and I was not knowing that is English is important or not. So my parents and teachers say to me that English is very important to us. We should learn it. That time I was also not knowing that it is going to be very important, because I thought like that we are speaking native language. It's enough. Why we should learn the English, or why we should learn the other language? That I thought in my mind. But my teacher and my parents said to me that it is going to be very important in your future time. So that's why I just learned it. And my parents said to me to speak, because if you will speak regularly, then you can easily be a speak. And that time I was not going to form a sentence also, I was not knowing to form a single sentence. But my teacher said to me that first learn the grammar, because if you will learn the basic part of the grammar, basic rule of the grammar, then you can easily speak. After learning
Mm.
the basic parts of the grammar, I just focus on the practice part. And I also used to speak with my small brothers because he is also able to speak somehow. So I just used to speak with him also. And I also used to speak with my parents. And whenever I just get to my friend or classmate, just I used to speak with him or her. And then just like this way I have improved myself. And I also assured like after completing this session I will see that what mistake I have done. After that I will make it correction, and like this way I will improve myself.
Okay, okay, that's really good. So if someone is don't like the writing part, so
Yeah.
what's your advice to them?
Okay. Someone one who don't like to the writing parts, they should learn the first, and after they should listen first. After listening carefully and whatever they have listened, they should speak, because if they're not writing, it's not
Oh,
mandatory also.
okay, okay. But my question is, if they don't like writing part,
Yeah, yeah, I'm saying like
so
that
how
only.
to make them to just to write means what's your how to make that person interesting the writing part also if he don't like.
Okay, it depends on the person, like he's able to interesting on the writing part or not. And if
Hmm.
he is not interested in the writing part only, they should be interested. And if their will be mind will be developed and mature, they can easily be interested in writing part also. So I thought like that it's depend on the persons, and it depend on the thoughts also. So that's why I suggest to those person one who like we can also see the example of teenagers. They're mature, they're dependent. So if their thinking power is good, they can easily be think out loud. So that's why I want to suggest to those person one who is writing, one who is not interested in writing, they should be dependent on themselves, and they should be think like whatever they have to do in their life, there is good or not.
Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
okay.
So I thought like it's enough for today. Hello, ma'am.
Oh,
Ma'am, is I'm audible?
yes, audible, audible.
Ma'am, so can we end our session because we have to also do the other session?
Okay, okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.